Good morning, love streamers. Welcome to the Central Coast Center for Spiritual Living Sunday celebration service, Love Stream, for Sunday, May 16th, 2021. This is our little center in Templeton, California. That's right. So my name is Travis Hogue, and I will be your host, pushing buttons in the background. We're so happy you're here. We have a great service planned today. I say that every week. Absolutely. Our beloved Reverend Elizabeth is with us this morning, delivering an uplifting and inspired talk on the topic of This Too is God? And she will be joining us shortly, as well as Charlie Carlin with the Science of Mind reading. And our musical inspiration, raising the vibe today, is the beloved Amy Steinberg. All right. I invite you to share this love stream with your family and friends. Perhaps start a watch party if you're watching on Facebook, if they're still doing that kind of thing. We're also streaming on YouTube. A big hello to you watching in YouTube land or watching the replay in the future. How many timelines are we on right now? That's going to be cool. And so anyway, let us know where in the world you're watching from. Be sure to leave comments if you're able. And in the meantime, let us light the way with inspired music by the amazing Amy Steinberg.
You're so awesome, Travis, and welcome to everyone. This is a gospel tune by Charles Jenkins. Awesome. My God is awesome. She can move mountains, keep me in the valley, hide me from the rain. My God is awesome. Heals me when I'm broken, strength when I've been weakened, saves me from the pain. My God is awesome, awesome, that's right, awesome, awesome. My God is awesome. She can move mountains, keep me in the valley, hide me from the rain. Oh yes, my God is awesome. He heals me when I'm broken, strength where I've been weakened, saves me from the pain. Sing with me, awesome. My God is awesome, awesome, awesome. This day is awesome. This life is awesome. This day is awesome. You are awesome. This world is so awesome. This life is awesome. My God is awesome. She can move mountains, keep me in the valley, hide me from the rain. Yes, my God is awesome. Heals me when I'm broken, strength where I've been weakened, saves me from the pain. My God is awesome. Sing it with me, come. Awesome, you are awesome. This day is awesome. My God, this day, this life, this moment right now is so awesome.
Yes. Woo! My God is awesome. This day is awesome. Amy Steinberg, you are awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear.
So grateful that you're here with us again today. Good morning, beloveds. My name is Reverend Elizabeth Rowley-Hogue, and I am the spiritual director and senior minister at the Central Coast Center for Spiritual Living. And I'm so grateful to welcome you to the Central Coast Center for Spiritual Living, where all that we ask is that you remain open to the possibility of changing your entire life by changing your mind. This service has been designed especially for you. Welcome home. We have an affirmation that is going to be placed on the screen, and I invite you to please repeat after me. I don't tell God how big my problems are.
I don't tell God how big my problems are.
I tell my problems how big my God is.
I tell my problems how big my God is.
Because my God is awesome.
My God is awesome.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Woohoo! All right. And now Travis will introduce our musician today, who really needs no introduction, but take it away, Travis.
All right.
Oh, that's
Oh,
you.
yeah. That's me. All right. That's right. And so I'm going to bring back into the stream the awesome Amy Steinberg. And so you're right. You don't need an introduction. You're back with us. But I do want to introduce you to maybe the new people that are seeing this stream for the very first time or hearing your music, Amy. And so I'm going to read a little bit from your bio. Amy Steinberg is singer, songwriter, and storyteller like none other. Her music is uplifting, enlightening, and hilarious, with a voice that can burn down the house. Yeah. She plays the piano and guitar with her own spin on musical styles. We're talking soul music here. You are deeply soulful, my dear, with a bombastic belt that sings of self-love, open-mindedness, and the holiness of everything. You, my dear, have 10 albums to your credit, or CDs. What do they call them, albums? They're CDs. And right, so you could do a deep dive. I've been asked this by many people. If we're going to start somewhere in the Amy Steinberg catalog, Amy recommends possibly going with Intimate with the Infinite. And I concur with this assessment. I would say Intimate with the Infinite or Shine Be Glorious. Those are two of our favorites. Of course, there are some other ones. Whoa, we've got some cheerleading going on in the background. Okay, yeah. All right. And beloveds, I also want to remind that Amy has a ministry going on, full on raising the vibe at the House of Love and Light, Asheville. And the acronym is HOLLA. Holla! That's right. Holla, the ministry there is, you've got soulful music and message with your dear friends, and is awesome. So these are Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook. And so you can find and purchase Amy Steinberg music at amysteinberg.net. And pretty much anywhere music is sold, iTunes, CD Baby, and Amazon. Here's a couple of fun facts that you may not know about Amy Steinberg. Those two paintings in the background were painted by this amazing painter named Amy Steinberg, right? And she shares a lot of her process on Facebook. So you'll definitely want to connect with Amy Steinberg there. And I'm going to put up the little banner right here on how you can connect with Amy Steinberg. Another fun fact, Amy is currently writing a memoir that we've seen a small snippet, which is juicy, okay? All right, two more things real quick. Favorite color? Rainbow, okay? And favorite food? Anything Asian. So if you're going out with Amy to dinner, or lunch, you're going to take Amy out and tell her how awesome she is, I recommend anything Asian, okay? And without further ado, our dear friend welcoming back Amy Steinberg.
You're making my cheeks hurt. Every time you introduce me, you just embarrass me so much. I love you. I love you both. I can't wait to see you in person so soon. Anything Asian, that's right. Pho, Vietnamese, Thai, anything. Okay, here we go. This is called Exactly. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am a blessing manifest, and I can't undress the moment naked time unwinds beneath my mind, and from within I find the kind of beauty only I can find. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am, surrendering so willingly to be the perfect me inside this now, and truly how else could it be? Destiny, she blesses me. Destiny, she blesses me. And when I when I think I know what's best for me. Well, fate, she takes me back to exactly where I need to be. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am divinely timed and shining brightly. Yes, I believe that there's a purpose just for me. Yes, I believe we are light. And we shine infinitely. Oh, I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am not aimlessly existing. See, I am in perfect harmony with universal energy, and I am truly free when I accept my own divinity. Look at me closely. Tell me exactly what you see. If you are paying attention, you will now begin ascension of the mind. Why? Well, because if you look at me just right, you see a kiss. It took a kiss to make this breath exist. The intersection of my mother's and father's lips to touch, twist, perfect what came next to produce me. Yes, look at me and you will see the breeze. The breeze it took to shake the leaves to make my mother's hair move. My father dared touch it and say, please, may I have a kiss? Yes, the breeze made me exist. And if you want to get even deeper into this right now, when you look at me, you will see a big old cloud. That's right, the cloud it took to form the storm, to make the breeze, to shake the leaves, to inspire the lit block, just a raindrop will pop up out of these words. You heard me right. Look at me close enough, you will see a dark, stormy night. And what is night? Well, see, night ain't night without its polar opposite of sunlight. So if you watch the way my hands sway, you see the light of day. And every day is a testament to the sediment of the earth's core. It's ever spinning enormous force. So when you look at me just right, you see a spark of the source. But the most fascinating thing about this, and it's true, you look at me just right, you see you. It's only what you perceive, how you believe, the space between you and me that creates reality. So when I sing, you can feel it. When I cry, you can heal it. When I speak words, you can be the words I speak by singing them with me. Sing this with me. Peace, love, free. Peace, love, free. Peace, love, free. Peace, love, free. Send it out. Peace, love, free. Peace, love, free. Peace, love, free. And when I try to fight or run, I only wind up back at square one. And when I think I know what's best for me, well, fate, she takes me back to exactly where I need to be. And when I am all alone, full of fear, I just remember the rising sun always appears, and every day miracles, miracles that I see. Will you take me back? Yes, you take me back. Yes, you take me back to exactly where I need to be. Yeah. Here's a little mantra for you. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. Right here, right now. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. One more time we sing. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. At Central Coast CSL on a Sunday morning. Yeah.
All right. Love it so much. Oh my gosh. That song always gives me the God bumps. Woo! We are exactly where we need to be. And thank you, Amy. Yay.
Love you.
So we'll now turn it over to Travis, who will do our announcements for today.
All right. Thank you. And thank you. By the way, that song exactly is from which one is that from? That is from Must Be the Moon. That's right. Must Be the Moon. For all that you want to know that. But that rendition was fantastic. All right. On with the announcements. Good morning, CSL. It's time for the all-important announcements. Travis Hogue here, wearing your Announcements Angel hat. For today's Sunday, May 16th, 2021, I will now read our mission statement. With everything we do, we aim to raise the vibe. We teach innovative spiritual practices and principles that inspire deeper love of self and others, transformation, a closer relationship with God, freedom from suffering, expansive joy, prosperity, and healing of the body, mind, and spirit. We are a conscious group of positive, inspired, spiritually motivated individuals transforming lives. We just happen to have a spiritual center. Want to check us out? Yeah, of course we do. All right. Next up, coffee and conversation on Zoom. Please join us after the service around 11 a.m.-ish Pacific Standard Time via Zoom. The link will be in the comments section here, and you can also find it on our center's webpage in the Coffee and Conversation event. And on Wednesdays, you can join us for spiritual community connection calls. These are every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can find the link on our Facebook page under events. All right. Yeah, you would want to build your immunity with spiritual community. All right. Fantastic. And speaking of Wednesdays, this Wednesday, May 19th, is our very own Date Night with God. And we are inviting you to join us on our Date Night with God on Facebook Live. And this is with Reverend Elizabeth and myself, Travis. And also, spiritual coaching with Reverend Elizabeth. She is now available for spiritual coaching sessions by appointment only on Thursdays between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please connect with Reverend Elizabeth at reverendelizabeth@ccccsl.org to book a session or to get more details. Next Sunday, our musical inspiration is the amazing Jesse Powers. All right, and so we're looking forward to that return of Jesse. Okay, next up, e-news. So have you subscribed to our newsletter? This e-news is the best way to keep up with all the amazing events happening with our center. So you'll want to sign up today, if you're not already signed up, by going to our website at ccccsl.org. Choose e-news and follow the instructions there. Or you can simply email us at info@ccccsl.org and we'll get you added. And hello to our love streamers on YouTube and Facebook Live and those watching on the replay in the future. We're loving all the comments. Please let us know where you're watching from and be sure to click the subscribe button to our YouTube channel. It helps with the algorithms to provide content that you choose and helps our center to get the content to a wider group of friends. That's right, friends. Super cool. So smash that subscribe button now. By the way, this little graphic right here, you can't tell, but there are 67 subscribers when we built this graphic, and now there's 179 subscribers. Let's pump it up to 200. If you would, you can spread this this video to your friends and family and have them subscribe too. All right. Next up, Amazon Smile. So this is a really cool program. Amazon donates a small percentage of your eligible Amazon Smile purchases to the charitable organization of your choice. And I would have you please consider adding the Central Coast Center for Spiritual Living as your charitable organization. You can do so by going to our website and clicking on Contribute to a Higher Vision, and then scroll down to the middle of the page, and that will give you some information on how to do it. Or you can reach out to me, and I'd be happy to help you to get that set up. Raise and praise time. This is one of my favorites right here. And in this moment, I'm going to raise and praise you, our sweet community members. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time and talents and your ongoing donations to our center during this unique time. Thank you. We appreciate you. Our operations are fully supported by your generosity, and we're looking forward to gathering at our physical center in the future. You can donate here on Facebook Live with the donate button or via PayPal at paypal.me dot or / CCCSL Love. And you can also visit our landing page on our website and click the donate link in the center of the page. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for your consideration. We love you. We miss you. And that, my beloveds, has been the announcements.
Thank you so much, Travis. I just want to raise and praise you, my dear, for all of the great work and great energy you bring to us here at the Central Coast Center for Spiritual Living. Woohoo, Travis Hogue. All right. So, friends, I would like to remind you in this moment that if there is something weighing heavy on your heart for which you would like prayer for, or maybe there's something you're looking to manifest in your life, that you can send your prayer requests to us at info@cccSL.org, and our prayer team will pray over them for the next week for you. I know there's a lot going on in the world right now, and our prayer team is in a lot of prayer. So feel free to send that email and we will get on the prayers for you. And now, my friends, I would love to turn it over to our beloved Charlie Carlin for today's Science of Mind reading. Take it away, Charlie.
Good morning. Our mental radio station. We are all spiritual and mental broadcasting stations. There is a silent force flowing from us in every direction at all times. We are both the programmer, the announcer, and the broadcaster. We write our own program and we deliver it. And when we speak into the microphone, our words are carried to the far corners of the earth. But the force that carries them is mechanical. It's the law of physics. And it is a law that actually reproduces the words spoken and the intonations and the inflections. And now, along with these words from the station, go an image. This is what we see on the TV. It is as though we were suddenly present everywhere. And so it is with the reaction of the law of good. From a power greater than ourselves. It always tends to bring back to us exactly what goes out, but we are always the announcer. It is our mental picture that is being sent out constantly. We are the announcer and the broadcaster of our station. We can choose the image and the story that we broadcast. What are you broadcasting? You have the power to change your channel and change your life. And so it is.
And so it is. Oh, so beautiful. So, my friends, let's turn our attention inward and join me in prayer. So, as we turn our attention inward, we return to this beautiful, vast, expansive space within. And this is the space where I absolutely know and remember with every fiber of my being that not only God is all that there is, but this God is awesome. My God is awesome. And I know that this awesome God has birthed me into existence. It has birthed each one of us into existence. And so here we are now, out of all of the people in the world, we have come together on this day for this service. I know that everything that occurs during the service is absolutely divinely guided. And I am so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for the presence of love that is being activated in my life right now, in my body, and every single cell of my body is lit up by this divine love. And I know that this same divine love is being activated in every individual who is viewing this. And this activation of love is like a ripple effect that it creates a ripple and goes out to everyone we come in contact with, to every experience throughout our day, all because we stopped in the morning on this day and came together in the spirit of the one. And I'm grateful for this service. I'm grateful for Amy and all of the beautiful gifts she brings to us through her voice and her sound, her music, and all that she delivers is so magnificent. She is so connected and directed by her source. And Travis, with his energy and love that he brings to everyone, with his production mastery, he is the guru behind the scenes. I'm so grateful for that. And I'm so grateful for Reverend Elizabeth getting her bloated nothingness out of the way and being a channel of spirit, being a channel of the wisdom that wants to come through. And we let ourselves be glorious. We let ourselves shine because spirit wants to shine through all of us. And so who are we to play small? We don't play small today or ever. We allow spirit to shine its radiant magnificence through and as us. And I know and claim this service is so amazing and beautiful and guided. And anyone who is watching or anyone at all who has a prayer on their heart, I know that that prayer is answered, that spirit has got you. Yes, perfect healing is yours. Yes, you now experience the wholeness that is your birthright. Yes, you are prosperous beyond measure. You see abundance. You are grateful. Yes, yes, yes. Spirit is saying yes. Yes to the healing. Yes to the connections. Yes to all of the good that we seek in our lives. I know it's already here. It's permeating this entire environment and we have access to it. And so whether there is a prayer on your heart now or not, I know the answer is yes, now and later. And so I'm grateful for the yes of the divine. I'm grateful for the yes of this service. I am so grateful for everything around me, everything within me, and everything above me, below me, and beside me. And I know that each one of us feels and senses that same gratitude. We let it wash over us as we say yes to our good. I release this prayer into that loving and creative action of the law, knowing it is so, and so it is.
And so it is. I co-wrote this song with with Gary Lynn Floyd. I'm gonna lay my burden down now. I'm gonna leave it on the ground. This freedom I am feeling, it can't be found when I'm looking down. I'm gonna climb up to the mountains, spreading my wings and fly, fly, fly. All these blessings I am counting well. I got more than all the stars in the sky. I got more than all the stars in the sky. I got more than all the stars in the sky. I feel light as a feather, floating on an angel's wing. I won't worry about the weather, 'cause I am one with everything. 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 Yeah. This world is bright and holy, and heaven is in my sight. All my troubles try to find me, but they can't when I'm on this cosmic flight. I feel right everywhere now, and all I wanna do is sing. Not a single sorry tale you care now, 'cause I am one with everything. I am one with everything. I'm one with everything. I am 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 one with everything. We are unstoppable just like the wind. Everything is possible from God within. The root is good in each of us here. And the nature of love is in everyone, everywhere. What spirit originates, spirit orchestrates, willingness, gratitude, create your fate. One power, one people under one sun. Peace, love, joy, and freedom. I am one with everything. I'm one with everything. This peace that penetrates me moves quicker than a laser beam. You see, the devil cannot faze me, 'cause I am one with everything. I'm one with everything. I'm one with everything. I am 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 one with everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Woo! What a perfect song. I am one with everything. Thank you, Amy. Yahoo! We're so stoked.
I love you.
Love you too. Oh my gosh, my friends, how awesome is that? I love that song. I am one with everything. You're like washing dishes. This is a great earworm to have. Washing dishes, suddenly, I am one with everything. Awesome. This stuff is better than coffee. Oh, I'm just so grateful for everyone tuning in here today or whenever you're tuning in. Hello, blessings. We love you. We thank God for you. And if you're just tuning in right now, my name is Reverend Elizabeth Rowley-Hogue, and I am the spiritual director and senior minister at the Central Coast Center for Spiritual Living. And it is a great blessing and honor to get to do this with you, to be here today. It's just such a gift. Oh, I love it. And I just want to remind you, if you're watching on Facebook or watching on YouTube, please pop in the comment section and tell us where you're tuning in from. We would love to hear from you and to see you and honor you. Thank you again. And so the May theme, as you know, is Holy, Holy Uprising. That is a big call. Holy, Holy Uprising. And the talk title for today is This Too is God. This too is God. And it's formed as a question, but I think we should really have it be as a statement. Yes, this too is God. This too is God. So it helps us to remember that no matter where we are, no matter what we're experiencing in our lives, that it too is God. Because as we do so, we end up leaning into the divine and connecting with it on a deeper level. It's like, if this too is God and my intention is to awaken to God within me and to develop and cultivate this relationship with the divine that is beyond my wildest imagination, beyond my wildest dreams, then what is the gift in this, God? Right? Can you relate to that? Sometimes it's like, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the gift. But you've got to just lean into that spirit and know that it has something for you. It must. It must. We are souls that have landed into these bodysuits for such a time as this, and spirit has birthed us into existence. I mean, try to wrap your mind around that. Something with a capital S, this divine something, birthed us into existence. Why? We're here to shine, to radiate our spiritual magnificence, to be the love that we came here to be, to live a life that is thriving and wonderful and brilliant and beautiful. And so it's such a gift that we have this community of like-minded individuals that can come together and be in that space of love, be in this place of love that where we lift each other up and we know the truth for each other, even when we may not know it for ourselves. Yes? So, as a leading spiritual organization, not the best kept secret, we are poised with a teaching and tools to take humanity into a new paradigm of consciousness. We are invited to demonstrate this in our lives, in our own lives, in our spiritual centers, in our communities, and in the world. To do so, we must rise up. And so for me, that is like spirit rising up, right? Spirit rises up, and it's like we're along for the ride. And so the topic for today is really about how there are so many taboo topics that many individuals won't touch. But what if these are also all God too, right? These are God too. No matter the political affiliation, sociological, cultural experiences, religious or spiritual paths, it's all God, right? It's all God. It must be, because that's what we believe, that there is but one thing happening here and now, and it is God. And so, what could shift if we were to embrace and communicate courageously, right? Openly, vulnerably, without or about actually these things that many of us avoid? And so, I know that those of you watching are here because you're already in that mindset. You're already tuned into that and already able to be in that space of talking about the uncomfortable, because you remember, each one of us who are here we remember that there is one infinite reality. And we call it by many names, including but not limited to God, life, universal spirit, infinite intelligence, first cause, and the thing itself. The one infinite reality is undivided, complete, and whole within itself. And this oneness creates everything out of itself, and therefore includes both the absolute and relative, the tangible and intangible, the physical and the metaphysical aspects of reality. There is a lot going on in this one thing called the divine, right? Oh, there's a lot going on. That reminded me of my taxes. Did you all complete your taxes? They're due tomorrow, but I did it, or we worked on our taxes in TurboTax, and there's a one part that it pops up a message that says, "Wow, you have done a lot." I love that. So this one presence, the divine, is up to a lot. There is one thing happening, and it's doing its thing through each of us. That's amazing when you think about it that way. Now, Science of Mind teaches us that our true nature is divine, and our intelligence is universal mind, which functions at the level of our concept of it. We are made of pure spirit, and each of us has within our own nature the seed of perfection. As spiritual individuals, we strive to heal suffering by remembering our true nature. Now, we allow spirit to work for us by working through us. Therefore, we must recognize and understand that as we recognize this power, conceive of a greater good, we end up removing all unbelief. And so oftentimes that is what we're called to do. That's our sole job, removing the unbelief, plucking out those weeds of false belief, or those parts of us that think like, well, it always happens for them, but never for me, because that's so not true. It happens for everyone, and it will happen according to your belief. So, firstly, we're called to place no limits on God. Place no limits on God. We manifest the infinite to the degree that we are aligned with it. If we have little good, we must get a bigger bucket to hold this infinite good that is available to us. Now, we do so through our prayers, through our affirmations, meditations, our gratitude. All of these are spiritual practices that expand our consciousness so that we can bring more light into our lives. Yes? We bring more light into our lives, then we bring more light into the world. And so as we begin to see ourselves from the truth of our being, from this divine light that we are able to now see ourselves from, we experience an inner life that is bigger, and not only bigger, but more real than our external circumstances. And so if you want to experience this divine love in your life, you've got to get to know it, my friends, and you've got to connect with it. And it is an invisible presence that is within you always. And it is there everywhere you are and everywhere you aren't. And so as you begin to cultivate that deep relationship with the divine in your meditation, in your prayer practice, in your gratitude practice, you begin to become aware that it is the same presence that is within you that is within everyone. And then there's a resonance because you really begin to feel that sense of oneness, knowing that the self that's within you, capital S, is the same self with capital S that is within each individual in your life and everywhere. It's the self within all selves, right? And so our external circumstances begin to change to accommodate our new mental equivalent. And so what happens is as we cultivate that relationship within us, as we do our spiritual practices, our inner realm shifts, like we are rearranged, right? We're rearranged by the divine. And as we allow that divine rearrangement to occur, a rearrangement occurs in our external world because it must, right? It must. Otherwise, it's like you're a square trying to fit into a round hole or the opposite, and it doesn't work. So from our Wednesday night service this week, I read from Science of Mind, page 44, paragraph 3, and it's relevant here today, where Ernest Holmes said, undoubtedly, we are surrounded by and immersed in a perfect life, a complete, normal, happy, sane, harmonious, and peaceful existence, but only as much of this life as we embody will really become ours to use. It always reminds me of Captain Brody in Jaws. We're going to need a bigger boat, like this presence of love is so magnificent and so mighty that we're going to need a bigger boat, my friends. And that is the bigger boat of consciousness, being that vessel, being a vessel and being a greater vessel. How do we become a greater vessel? By cleaning out the unbelief, by letting those things dissolve that no longer serve you. You're cleaning out the closet of your mind, essentially, right? Cleaning it out so that you can fit in these new clothes of consciousness that are amazing, tailor-made just for you. How awesome is that? So we're called to really face our fear to not be confused over appearances of form, and instead of avoiding conversations that might be difficult or uncomfortable because there's some fear of offending others, rather than doing that, because that is a spiritual bypass, we instead are able to name the condition that we see before us and then know the truth. We name it and then we know the truth. Yes, we see this condition, we acknowledge it, and now we know the truth, and we are investing more of our energy into the truth about it than in the appearance of the condition in our lives. See, this is where many get confused, and it's like, this is happening, and they want to share all about the thing that's happening and how horrible and awful it is. And then they forget to invest more energy in the truth. Yes, there are facts in our lives, and then there is truth. For instance, there might be a fact that there's a diagnosis and you've got to go through this process of treatment. So realizing, okay, this is the fact, this is what's happening, but the truth is, I am divinely whole, perfect, and complete. I am whole, perfect, and complete in the mind of God. And so knowing that that is true, you begin to lean into spirit. You begin to place your faith and your trust in the invisible presence that allows you to be relieved from any fear or doubt or worry. It's a simple mind shift, and that in no way is spiritual bypass, because you have acknowledged the condition, and there are some in our community experiencing this, and they acknowledged the condition, and then they knew the truth. In fact, they only wanted to talk to people about it who would know the truth for them, because they didn't want to let any of the negativity seep in. It's like, yeah, I see that this is a condition in my life, and I'm working with spirit to go about making that transformation so that I can become once again the perfect, whole, complete, divine being that I already know I am. You know? Who's with me? Can I get in? And so it is. I got real excited about that. So, facing the fear, right? Watch, so invest more energy into the truth about what's going on in your life than the appearance of what's going on in your life. And that will begin to transform you. That will transform you. That's the way it works. I mean, it's just how it works. So now you can go to watching the news as an active prayer session. A lot of people say, oh, I turn off the news. I don't watch the news anymore, whatever. That's fine, because I did that when I first got into this teaching. And I needed that. I needed to I wanted to turn everything off. I was like, what is really going on? Did you also feel that way when you first got into Science of Mind and you heard that there's like a static and there's this thing called race consciousness and all of that, and you're like, what is that? And then I wanted to tune in to what I call KGOD, all spirit all the time. And I was amazed at what I discovered, this beautiful, amazing presence of love and joy, wisdom, harmony, connection, prosperity, and so much good. I could hardly stand it, right? And I was tuned into that. And then it's like, then there comes a time in our growth and evolution, our spiritual growth and evolution, where we've got to come back to the news and come back to our world and what is happening and begin to see it and see the condition that's being named. And we're stepping up our game now by listening to a condition and then knowing the truth about it, so that it's an instant and you're not absorbing the negativity, you're not absorbing all of the horrible things that you believe you're seeing, and instead you're knowing the truth about it. So many of you may know, some of you may not know this, but May is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. How many of you knew that? Did you know that? Well, I had an experience I want to share with you. Friday after work, I had an appointment to get my nails done at a local salon. And yes, they're beautiful. See them? Woo. And I arrived at the salon just down the street from our condo here in SLO. And Johnny, who is the owner of the salon, is Vietnamese, and he always works on my nails, and he does a great job. And this day was different, though. Johnny seemed out of sorts to me. He wasn't his usual spunky, happy self. And we're a little bit into working. He's a little bit into working on my nails, and I could see him. It's like he's thinking about something, replaying something over in his mind, you know? And I asked him if he was okay. And he told me of an experience that he had with a customer earlier that day. He said this woman came in for a pedicure and a gel polish change, and the price of each service is $45 each. And afterwards, the customer told him that she didn't like the color on her nails, and she's the one that picked the color. I mean, she didn't like the color on her nails. She picked the color, but she told him she wasn't going to pay for it because she didn't like it. He was baffled by this and offended. And I was baffled. I felt myself baffled because I put myself in Johnny's shoes for a moment. I empathized with him. I felt with him his pain and anger as he talked about this experience. And then in that moment, these waves of compassion just poured over me. I felt so much compassion and love for Johnny. And I wondered about this woman and what she was thinking that would cause this to happen. And I wondered who taught her that this type of behavior was acceptable and that treating another human being in that way was okay. I was really going deep with this, and I thought, Johnny is doing such hard work here. He's an artist, in my opinion, very detailed. If you've never gotten your nails done, and for the guys out there that don't do this, they file and they do so much. They take stuff off and they are very precise and very detailed. And it takes focus and concentration and it takes skill. And so I'm sitting there and all of this is processing through me. And I remembered that, oh, we're in May right now and it's Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And then I remembered I saw like a flash of image before me that was Margaret Cho, the comedian. I saw her on the news back in April after the Atlanta shootings. And I remembered thinking, I had not seen or been aware of the discrimination and abuse of our Asian communities of people and what they were experiencing up until now. It occurred to me that this is also something like that, right? And so soon another woman came in and she was disgruntled. And I don't know, it seemed like she had had a really bad day by the time she arrived. And she couldn't understand what Johnny was saying. And he stood up and went over to speak to she. I just got distracted. Sorry. So she was real disgruntled, right? And Johnny was talking to her, and suddenly she says, in total frustration and in the snarkiest way possible, she says, "Is there anyone here who speaks English?" And something within me, I call it God, something within me had me rise up. I got out of my chair and I walked over to her. And in that moment, as I walked over to her, I began sending love. I was sending love, love, love from my heart space. Yes, so much love to Johnny, to this woman, and out to the entire salon. And very calmly, coming from unconditional love, I said to this woman, I heard and understood what he said. He said that he could buff that nail for you if you'd like. And then I kept going. I said, Johnny speaks pretty good English, actually, and he does such a great job here. I know how difficult it can be to understand people as they're speaking through their masks. And what helps me in those moments is to be still and listen closely. You see, Johnny is also a wonderful human being who deserves to be treated with respect. And her posture and attitude completely changed. She said, "Oh my gosh, I was so insensitive just then, wasn't I?" I nodded, and Johnny had walked away and he came back over. And then the woman apologized to him. And she then used my words. She said, "It's so hard to sometimes hear when people are talking through their masks, and I just get so frustrated. Can you forgive me? And yeah, buff the nail if you'd like. I know you're going to do a great job because you're a wonderful human being, and I respect the work you do." And Johnny smiled and walked her over to her chair. I walked back to my chair and I felt content. I felt content with my speaking up and bringing love to the situation, right? I felt good about it. This is what we are called to do, my friends. This is a holy, holy uprising. Speak up. Speak up, right? Speak up. When one is hurting, all are hurting. Stand up, speak out when you get the nudge from spirit to do so. When you get that nudge, let it rise up in you. This is how we contribute to the revolution of our collective consciousness. This is holy, holy uprising. So to me, it really seems like a simple practice of rudimentary kindness toward others, does it not? I mean, can we come from that place of kindness wherever we find ourselves and do as Valerie Kaur, the author of our book of the month, See No Stranger, asks us to do, see no stranger, and to see others as we uh, wherever we find ourselves, right? To see others as uncle, aunt, brother, sister. because in so doing, we invoke enough care to take a stand for others, where before we may have just glossed over. We may have just bypassed inappropriate behavior, swept it under the rug, and moved on with our day, just as the behavior that I witnessed with my friend Johnny at the nail salon. So in that moment, I saw Johnny as my brother, and seeing him in that way caused me to stand up. And then I saw this woman as my sister, which really helped me to alleviate a little bit of the anger that was also rising up, right? And allowed me to take that step back and feel that love pouring out to everyone in the salon. And so I love what Ernest Holmes says in The Science of Mind, page 55, which is that we will not refuse to help the helpless or lift up the fallen, but we will refuse to wallow in the mud because of our sympathies, right? That is so powerful. So we will not refuse to help others or lift the fallen where we are able and in the most healthy way, right? That'll be a whole other sermon or a whole other month. We're helping others where we can and where we are called to, but we will not wallow in our sympathies or because of our sympathies. What that means is we will not dwell in the sympathizing and feeling bad. Oh, it's just so sad what happens. Oh, I just feel so bad about it. That is not serving anyone, especially those you are intending to assist, right? Or be a stand for. So we will not wallow. We will reach out our hand and lift others up out of the trench. Who's with me? Can I get an and so it is? Thank you, Amanda. Woohoo. Thank you, Travis, for throwing those in there. All right. So, my friends, moving on to higher consciousness. So, your higher consciousness benefits the world. I want us to all really get that. And so, as we evolve our consciousness, as we expand and grow, we get the benefit from it, but so does the world. So does everyone in our immediate radar, right? We all experience this benefit. Now, many of you may have heard of David R. Hawkins. This man was a nationally renowned psychiatrist, physician, researcher, spiritual teacher, and lecturer. And he is the author of many books, which I love every one of them. But the one book that I'm thinking of today is called Power versus Force. Have any of you read that book? It's powerful because in that book, he describes and explains this scale of energetic calibration. And it's really about consciousness vibration, right? And so he calibrated human consciousness from its lowest vibration, which is shame, to its highest vibration, which is enlightenment. And so he tells us that higher consciousness radiates a beneficial and healing effect on the world. It does that, right? And so as you lift your consciousness and expand and evolve and grow, what happens is people around you are healed. That means your family, your pets, your friends, and all the people you hang out with in your communities. There is an up-leveling for all of them too. And so why wouldn't we do this? I mean, that really blows my hair back and gets me excited. I don't know about you, but it's like, yes, because I really want that experience where people who come into my presence are moved and inspired in such a way that their lives are altered, that they remember who they are, that they are transformed, and they feel the love and the light that they came here to be, and they shine. Woo! Like Amy sings that song, Shine, Be Glorious. Yes. So Hawkins created the chart explaining in detail What the mystics have always known, that love is more powerful than hatred, and the truth sets us free. The truth sets us free. Now, as an example, one individual who has raised her consciousness calibration to 500, which is love, counterbalances 750,000 individuals who calibrate below 200. That's the lowest positive calibration. Now, as you increase your integrity, your understanding, and capacity for compassion, you change the world. You change the world, my friends. That's what we're here for. We are up to something mighty and magnificent. You're not here just to get things. It's fun. Like, it's fun to maybe just manifest that thing in your life, to get the palace, prince, or princess, and parking space. Yes, all of that. And something greater than that. We are up to something huge as a spiritual community, as individuals, and as each one of us like pops up into awakening and increases our calibration. Some of us may be at 400 and we're slowly increasing, and we all increase to this level and degree, then we become this bubble of radiant magnificence, which is spreading out into the world. How cool is that? And so that's what happens. And then people come into our community and they're just like blown back, right? by the light. They're just so, and they can feel it resonating within them because they approach us and something is immediately activated within them because they feel that love. They feel that power and presence, the bliss and joy and happiness within us. And they're like, whoa. All right. So it's good stuff. Now, let's see here. One person calibrating at the consciousness of love counterbalances 750,000 calibrating below 200. Are you that person? I think so. So there's a whole section on love in that book, Power versus Force. I highly recommend it. It's so good. And in there, he says only 4% of the entire population of the earth attains this level, love. And that's calibration of 500. Because of the dominating power of light over darkness, one individual at that level counterbalances 750,000 people below 200. That is so powerful. Now, 4% of the population is still quite a bit of the population. We'll have to run the numbers. I didn't do that before this talk, but I know some of you or one of you will run the numbers on that. 4% of the current population of Earth, please. But this is the level at which spirituality starts. So since below that level of 500, people are still caught up in the linear world, still caught up in the conditions and the circumstances in life, and still caught up in the idea that they're a victim and thinking that they can't affect transformation or change in themselves and their own lives and in the world. So they're still caught up in that. But as soon as they begin to realize and move into that second kingdom of consciousness, the kingdom of look what I can do, I'm a manifester, a womanifester, whatever you want to call it. Look what I can do. And then things begin to transform, and then you continue to evolve and grow and expand into your greatest good. Now, something really cool is that the 500 level is the level of a songbird's song. It is the level of a cat's purr. And it is the level of a dog wagging their tail. So next time you hear those songbirds, that bird song, I love that so much. When you hear that, see if you can tune into that, harmonize with that vibration of the song. And when you see your dog's tail wagging, remember that that dog is now vibrating at 500. that consciousness of love. And when your cat purrs, it makes me want to go out and get a dog and a cat. That purring is occurring as the result of being in that state of consciousness at 500. Love, pure love, baby. Who doesn't want that? So, in this interconnected universe, every improvement we make in our private world improves the world at large for everyone. Simple kindness to oneself and all that lives is the most powerful transformational force of all. And that is David Hawkins, who wrote that in Power versus Force, page 292. So I did a Facebook post this week. I'm going to share this one more thing and then we'll wrap it up with a prayer. But I did a Facebook post this week that was, I am gentle with myself. That's how it started. And I wrote that my prayer, and this is still my prayer for the Israel-Palestinian conflict is one of peace. I will find the places in my heart where I have yet to forgive and begin my work. I seek any disturbances in my psyche that create inner turmoil and bring peaceful resolution to them. I pray for the people, those who have already lost family members and friends, and those who are afraid. Today I inhale peace and exhale peace, and I am gentle with myself and others. And then I found this awesome quote by Dr. Ernest Holmes that says, "So, we want peace on earth. Then let us pray for peace in our own hearts. Let us affirm peace in our own minds. Let us live as though peace were the mandate of God, because it is. Together, let us affirm it and let us encourage others to do so, no matter what the opposition appears to be. For peace is a fundamental reality of God. In Scripture, it is written, 'Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed.'" That's us. "Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed." That's from John 20:29. And so I followed up that post later that day because it ended up being a day of, it was a wacky day for me. I mean, you put an intention out like that, it's like, whoa, I got my hair blown back, and not in the good kind of way. But it was a deep dive, right? Forgiveness. I had some forgiveness work to do, and I posted as a follow-up, man, this stuff is not fun, because you have to take another dive into it, right? And I felt like, wow, I would way rather be doing other things that feel good. Yet, I'm grateful and blessed that I get to do my part for peace from here in the comfort of my home, as challenging as it is. This is how we see peace, my friends. We calibrate ourselves at this level. That means we're cleaning up our own house. We're cleaning up the closet of our consciousness, letting go, making amends, healing, revealing more love every single day. And so, I'm not here with new information. This is all reminders for you. You guys all know this stuff. I'm here to activate those places within you. I'm here to activate that space in you that already knows the truth. Then that truth has somehow been covered up over time through some kind of conditioning of society, parents or teachers or communities. But I'm here to activate that space in you that is love, bliss, prosperity, wisdom, beauty, joy, and kindness. It's who you already are. Let's pray. And so, turning our attention inward in this moment, we return to that space within, which is the space of the divine. It is the space where I remember that I am one with God, and my God is an awesome God. And even when appearances suggest an absence of the divine, I don't allow that to hold the truth, because I know that it's an illusion. Even though it appears to be absent, it's really present. And so I turn my attention inward and access the presence that is already present within me. And I allow that presence to rise up, that as we continue through the rest of the month of May, we allow the rising up of spirit within each one of us. And we each continue to raise our calibration so that we are of that 4%. And as we clean out our own consciousness and as we clean out our own closets of our minds, we become the healing space. We become this light. Not become, we already are. So we uncover it. It's like we're polishing that place within us so that we can shine brightly, so that any individual we come in contact feels that light to such a degree that it rearranges them. They feel the light in you. They feel the peace in you. They feel the presence and bliss and joy, harmony, connection, wisdom, wholeness that's already within you and me. And a shift occurs. And so each of us, as we go forward from here, continues to up level. We're not afraid to do the work. We know that peace is possible. And we do our healing and forgiveness work. Even if we think we already forgave it, we do it again. Cleaning out the closets, cleaning it out, knowing peace on a deeper and deeper level than ever before. And I'm so grateful for this. I'm so grateful for this day, and I'm grateful for all of the divine gifts that we have already seen and been blessed with, the beautiful music and the beautiful production and everything that has occurred up until this now moment. And I give thanks for the invisible blessings that are on their way. Like when our service ends today, something magnificent is going to happen because God has great things in store for each one of us that we couldn't have possibly even imagined for ourselves. And it is good and very good. So thank you, Spirit. We all wait now in cheerful expectancy and joyful anticipation for this good that is already ours. I release my prayer knowing it is so, and it returns abundantly because that's how it works. And so it is.
Thank you so much. Recalibrating to love. So I'm writing a song on the spot right now. I'm making this song up for you, Rev Elizabeth. This is called This Too Is God. 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 This too is God, yeah. This too is God. 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 Connect with the presence. Connect with the love. Cultivate relationship. Let it unfurl, rearrange the inside world. This too is God. 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 Connect with the presence. Connect with the love. Cultivate that relationship. Let it unfurl. Rearrange that inside world. 'Cause this too is God, yeah. This too is God, yeah. We must clean out the closet of our mind. New clothes of consciousness we will find when we name it and know the truth of what is. We can release the condition and truly live. We invest energy in the truth instead of the facts. Lean into the spirit, transform. See, love is back of all things. All things are good, remembering the truth, the love. Watch the TV through the eyes of God, yeah. Speak up from a space of being turned on. Speak up from the love, even in the nail salon. It's a holy, holy uprising, trying to be kind, see no stranger, no matter where we find ourselves. Take a stand for the other by healing yourself. When we work on ourselves, we help everyone else, and that purring is occurring as love, like the bird song, the tail wag, this now moment. Love, it's love all along. Think peace, be the love to lift the earth. Start with remembering your own divine, your own God worth. Yes, I said think peace, be the love to lift the earth. Start with remember your own God, your own self-worth, 'cause of this too is God, yes. This too is God. This moment right now, recalibrate to the love. This too is God. This too is God. This moment right now. This too is God.
Wow. Every time you just blow my mind. It's amazing. Oh my gosh. You made me laugh.
So fun. Helps me listen better when I write while you're talking.
You are so talented, Amy. Thank you so much for being here with us again today.
It's my deepest pleasure.
Thank
Love
you.
to everyone watching.
Yes. Big love to everyone watching. All right, my friends. So it's now time for our gifts, tithes, and offerings. And I am going to go to our Facebook Live here. Travis just popped up the give button. And I'm going to take a moment to do my donation as well, because I get busy and then I might not remember, which is a bummer. But I'm going to do it right here. So join me in taking a moment. And first, we'll go ahead with our offering affirmation. If this service has inspired you in any way, please consider making a donation to our center. This supports us and allows us to have amazing guest musicians like Amy. And we are fully supported by your donations. And so, Travis, can we have the offering affirmation, please? Please repeat after me. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift.
From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift.
I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper.
I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper.
It is evidence of my faith and my belief.
It is evidence of my faith and my belief.
It does great work in the world.
It does great work in the world.
And returns to me multiplied abundantly.
And it returns to me multiplied abundantly.
And so it is.
And so it is. All right.
Thank you. All right. So we'll go back to me. I'm going to do the benediction. I'm just going to finish my giving here. Give. All right. Give me 1 second. I'd like to make sure it goes through. All right, done. Thank you, beloveds. Now, won't you know with me that you are never alone, that God is where you are right now and always, and all that you ever need do is look within. And it is here you will find you are guided, sustained, directed, and inspired by a source that knows only good. Joyously, let us make use of these gifts in all that we think, in all that we say, and in all that we do. Please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my pocketbook.
Life is in my pocketbook.
Life is everywhere.
Life is everywhere.
I think it.
I think it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
I believe it.
I believe it.
I express it.
I express it.
I accept it.
I accept it.
just the way that it is,
just the way that it is,
and just the way that it is not.
and just the way that it is not.
Thank you, life.
Thank you,
Woo!
life.
Love you, everybody.
Woohoo!
Blessings on a wonderful Sunday. Have a great week. Thank you, Amy.
My pleasure.
And before Amy takes us out with a couple of bars, I just wanted to also let everybody know that I put the Zoom link into the comments for our coffee and conversation. If you're on this stream right now, please join us for a few minutes and just love up on some friends. We'll make some new friends. If you're first time there, all are welcome. We also raise and praise this technology. It allows this collaboration to happen. Thank you so much, Amy, for joining us. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the Zoom. Hey, all right. And Amy, if you wouldn't mind, take us out with a couple of bars from anything that's blowing your hair back.
My God is awesome. She can move mountains, keep me in the valley, hide me from the rain. My God is awesome, heals me when I'm broken, strength where I've been weakened, saves me from the pain. Sing it with me, awesome. My God is awesome. That's right. Awesome, awesome. This day is awesome. This life is awesome. You are awesome. Travis, Reverend Elizabeth, you're awesome. Everyone watching, you're awesome. You're so awesome. That's right.
Awesome.
Awesome.
We love you.
Love you.